Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you back. I think today's video is actually going to be a really fun one. This is one that really attacks a lot of people's limiting beliefs and this idea that it can't happen to me. Blogging won't work for me. This won't work for me. It sort of attacks that belief that you can't do this. And so in this video, I'm going to kind of address some of the rumors and some of the concerns of people of whether you can still make money blogging. And I'm gonna explain why I don't think blogging is dead at all, and maybe now is the best time to get started or to keep going with the blog you've been working on. So let's jump right in. So originally when I was working on this script, I did have how much can you earn with a blog kind of at the end of the video, but I know that that's why most people are here. So let me go ahead and start with that. So if that's what you want to know, you can get it right off the bat. And the reality is, yeah, you can make a lot of money. I mean, you can make a surprising amount of money blogging. Just for fun, let's break this down actually, because I want you to kind of think about it the way that I think about it. People will constantly say things like blogging is dead. It's been dying. Blogging died in 2015. Blogging is gonna die because of AI, etc. But I would ask them, is affiliate marketing dead? Is making your own products and courses, is that dead? Starting your own communities and your own email list, are those things dying? No, all of those things are still incredibly alive, and they're growing more and more as ways to earn money in this creator society that we live in. And that's only continuing to grow. Blogging is just a tool that allows you to put those methods of monetization to work. It allows you to put them into practice, and you can use SEO as a tool to execute on them. I mean, heck, we posted a video 2 weeks ago of my friends Kellen and Brittany that are absolutely crushing it with their blog. They're making $100,000 a month. And of course, they started years ago, like us, but guess what they're doing? They're doubling down and working on another blog, The Savvy Mama. Why? Because blogging is still a great business to be in. And for every big success like Kellen making $100,000 a month, there are 10 of the so-called little guys making $1,000 to $10,000 a month. Look, I wouldn't call myself the world's greatest businessman. I mean, I do all right. And I even decided to buy 50% of this blog. Other revenue streams like consulting, niche blogging, and investing have all been really good to me, but I know that blogging and content creation as a whole is only going to continue to be more a part of our society, and I want to make sure people are ready for that. And so you absolutely can make money blogging, and you can make quite a large amount of money blogging. Yes, it's going to be competitive, but it can be very lucrative. So with that being said, let's move on to the next big rumor everyone's been talking about. AI is going to kill blogging, right? I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure you've heard someone say AI is taking all of the jobs and blogging is one of them. But rather than being a threat, AI is actually starting to present itself kind of as like an ally rather than just an enemy. These language models, they can help you research, generate ideas, make outlines, and proofread your posts. The last video I made showed people how to make an entire blog post using AI. And you can do incredible things with this tool to make your blog a lot better. You can ask it to clarify user intent, how you can improve your content. You can ask it for cool ideas for infographics or email opt-ins. I mean, genuinely, AI is so far from killing blogging, it actually makes it way easier and more efficient. And if you're not looking at those tools and considering using them, then yeah, you're probably going to run into some difficulties in the future. But that's with any business. You can't be afraid of change. You have to embrace it, and you have to make these tools work for you. Which does lead me to the next one I've been hearing a ton about. Not just general AI, but Google's AI announcement. And some of you might be concerned that Google's personal AI advancements will mean that your blog won't get any views. But here's the thing. Google's AI algorithms are designed to prioritize high quality, relevant, and valuable content. If you focus on creating that content that satisfies user intent, then Google will reward you with better rankings and more views. Google's new AI generated answers, they're just high-level overviews of content across the internet. It's just a general consensus of an answer for a question. It isn't super detailed or super specific, and the content being presented like this is kind of already pretty normal with rich snippets. So I wouldn't really let this scare you. Instead, let it motivate you to create content that's more specific, more valuable, and more helpful. I mean, I've seen such a rise in quality across blogging in some of the best performing blogs. People are taking their own pictures, they're writing in-depth step-by-step guides, adding infographics, and I'm actually seeing those blogs have a massive amount of improvement from that effort, not a decline. Even us. Our SEO traffic has only improved since all of this talk about AI destroying Google traffic. But also the other big one, right? Everyone says you have to worry about Google's updates, and it's true. SEO has evolved and Google does continue to change their algorithms. They always will. But that doesn't mean that SEO is dead, it's just different. And it's actually kind of funny to me because the vast majority of people who are saying that SEO is dead, they aren't even blogging consistently and publishing awesome content at a reasonable rate. They're claiming it's dead because it helps to ease their own regrets and their own fear with not making content and working harder at it. They assume that if it's not going to work anyways, then it doesn't matter that they're not doing it. And rather than being one of those people or someone trying to game the system with outdated tactics, focus on understanding your audience, providing valuable information and satisfying user intent. Remember, Google wants to show its users the best content possible. So if you align with that goal, you're still going to see organic traffic. You have to ask yourself the same question with blogging as you do with any business. YouTube, Google, Pinterest, whatever. You have to ask yourself, what does the platform want? What does my audience want? And what do I want? And that is where the magic happens. You want to make money, they want to make money, and your audience wants to solve a problem. So to get it to the point that you're making money, you have to get people to actually see your content. And to do that, you have to strive to satisfy the desires of the platform that you're using, whichever one it is. And that's going to be pretty typical things like time on page, user intent satisfaction, helpfulness, expertise, your trustworthiness, etc. And once you do those things, the almighty algorithms will then say, hey, these people get what they're looking for, which is a better user experience, which is making us more money and making our users happier. You know what? We should give them more traffic so they can make us more money, which is gonna make you more money. The idea is that you have to align your interests with the platform's interests. I mean, this isn't just with blogging. This is something that I learned very early on when I was coming up from a family that didn't have money and things like that. I realized that the quickest way to find success was to align my interests with the interests of people that had leverage. And of course, there's endless, moral and technological debates about whether Google is biased or what have it. But there is no debate that Google and any social media platform out there is a business first and foremost. And when you align with what makes you money, with what makes them money, everyone wins. And this is why on social media, you see things that strike really radical behavior perform the best. Things that inspire or upset a massive amount of people tend to perform really well. Those things make people interact and comment and use the platform more. The content is popular in the algorithm because it's hitting all the goals of that platform. Interaction, more time on the platform, more shares. I mean, even if it's just people sharing something to make fun of it, it's still satisfying that platform's algorithm. So staying focused on what Google wants is going to help you win the SEO game every single time. And that's something that I continue to focus on when I'm doing SEO consultations or in the SEO course and things like that. So let's jump to the next one. Everyone has a podcast, everyone has a YouTube channel, and you're probably wondering if the video and audio boom means blogging is fading away. And it's not. While video and audio, of course, are powerful mediums, I mean, we use them at Create and Go. You're watching one right now. They don't cater to every type of content or audience. Blogs provide a really unique space for in-depth information, for step-by-step guides and long-form discussions. And those things can still attract a very dedicated and engaged audience. You can just make it just a blog, but you want to use as many monetization methods as possible. And making videos and making podcasts and making social media posts, all of those things are going to benefit your business. They're not going to kill blogging, they're going to supplement blogging. And it's really important to keep in mind that now it's easier than ever to combine those medias with blogging. You can take a blog post and you can drop that into ChatGPT and ask it to make you a YouTube video script for that blog post, or tweets from that script. And a lot of those things used to be considered completely separate businesses, but now they don't have to. You can use those platforms and you can use different outlets to make your blog successful, honestly, a lot easier and more efficiently than ever. So on to another one that people say. And that is, it's too late to start a blog. It's too hard to start fresh. And I would say, yeah, it is hard to start fresh. But every successful blog started somewhere. People said it was too late to start fresh when I started blogging years ago. And the approach might be a bit different and it might be higher paced than it was in the past, but the business itself is still very much viable if you're paying attention to the tools. If you're willing to get out of your comfort zone and focus on making incredible content, then you're gonna be just fine. You just need to keep your head down and do the simple thing of creating content again and again and again. And you're gonna suck. You're gonna suck at first. I sucked at first. I don't know a single person that is a successful blogger now that when they first started, they didn't suck. But the goal is to keep going, to start and to keep going. Make sure that you're a resource, a trustworthy resource. Highlight your accomplishments. Focusing on your knowledge and your expertise is going to make it infinitely easier at the start. It's like Austin Kleon says in Steal Like an Artist. You can't let your work speak for itself anymore. You have to be your greatest advocate. You have to be bold and speak out what you're good at and why you're an expert in this topic. Fortune doesn't favor the most intelligent or the most handsome, but it does favor the bold. It favors the person who is bold enough to claim the expertise that they have and to put that on display. And Google also will favor you as well. They want to know what your credibility is. I used to not even believe that I was an SEO expert until I did SEO consulting for a Fortune 500 company. And it's funny because nothing really changed in that process. It was just that I had finally had enough evidence to be bold enough to believe the thing that was true all along. So become the expert in your topic and then brag about it, talk about it. It's okay. You don't have to be arrogant, but you can brag a little bit. Your work will not speak for itself anymore. I want to be clear that the main thing here is that blogs are a business and business is always evolving. Embracing new formats like podcasting and videos alongside what you're writing help expand your reach and help you learn new ways to make money. I think that the future of blogging and making these massive blogging companies is going to be the idea of creating media companies. having all of your best content, your podcasts, your videos, your products all in one place in that central kind of virtual storefront. And whatever you decide to do, your blog should be the hub for your audience. A place where all of your valuable insights and content can be accessed and displayed for people looking. In order to thrive in the future, you really have to focus on keeping these things in mind. Blogging can be a really great career. I have loved my blogging career. It's been an absolute blast. And it's still very possible to even learn individual blogging skills and then take those and turn them into careers. Blogging is so far from a waste of time because it's an opportunity to dip your toes into business and to learn something that applies to the online world and applies to all businesses in a creator society. So don't be afraid of blogging. Don't be afraid that it's too late. Of course, the best time to start blogging was 10 years ago, but that doesn't mean that starting a blog now is not a great idea. It is very much still a viable and incredible way to build a brand and to get yourself from a traditional and typical way of making money and exploring different monetization methods. I mean, creating something, I say it every time at the end of these videos, creating something is always better than creating nothing. And that's what blogging is. It's a place to create something, to express yourself, to put something out there in the world and see it grow, so that even if you decide not to blog and you just go with affiliate marketing, or even if you just decide to do a YouTube channel, they can work hand in hand. They work together. So I hope that clears a lot of these limiting fears up, guys. I hope this kind of gives you some comfort in this idea of whether blogging is right for you and whether blogging is still a good idea. So, yeah, man, here goes this one for, it'll hold in for another year, I'm sure, until people start saying, is it too late to blog again? And hopefully you guys will have started now instead of waiting until I'm doing another update on this video a year down the road. So, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and I hope this makes you feel a little bit better. So, appreciate y'all for watching. See you next time.